Hey everybody, this is FoodtokTV. My name is Kaz, and today's show I'm doing party of two. Haven't done this in a long time, so just looking for a knife. We're gonna do some chicken. So yeah, this is probably the best one, but I'm gonna need probably a chef's knife for the tougher part, right? So let's do this one. Yeah. All right, so let's go get set up. There is my victim coming up. And let's go ahead and get the tripod set up. You guys share the live. I'm gonna butcher this entire chicken. If you've never cut up a chicken, I'm gonna show you how to do it. This costs $9.53, and on one side I'm going to make probably 4 or 5 pieces, and the other side I'm going to keep whole and I'm going to roast in the oven. So probably we're going to get about I don't know, $35 worth of meals out of this one right here. So let's go. Let me flip the camera a little bit here, maybe if I can see where they got that at. Hey, it's me. Hi 22 Jenny. Hi Sasha, how you doing? So we're gonna get rolling on this pretty quick here. Okay, so I know I'm cut off here, but I think what you guys really want to see is right here. So I'm also going to be making some sausage gravy to go with the biscuit that I'm making. So instead of getting just regular breakfast sausage, I got some mild Italian sausage, and that's what I'm going to be using for the sausage gravy. And I'm just getting organized right here. Do that here. Some butter over here. Can you guys hear me okay? I know. Well, the interaction is what this is all about. Unfortunately, some of our hosts have to go live by themselves. Like today, I'm doing this on the spur, so if I could get somebody to come in, I would, and that would help with the interaction. It really would. Hi, Melissa. So let's go ahead and get started with this chicken. Because although it's not going to take as long as you might think it'll take, I still do have to butcher it. Okay? So, Mr. Crown Royal, how you doing, buddy? Mr. Crown Royal is here on Fridays. So this chicken is super wet, and after I cut it, I am going to have to dry it a little bit. You see that? Let's do that. Let's find some paper towels, lots of paper towels. And don't worry about the cutting board. I'm not going to reuse this cutting board for anything else. So, if you're worried about me dying of salmonella, it hasn't happened yet. So, this could be a more exciting live, but so far, there aren't any indications that it's going to be any more exciting than having a little mess to clean up. What's the name of this dish? This dish is called fried chicken. I'm just not buying it from store or KFC or Popeyes. I'm just going to cut it up myself. Now, let's get to it. Let me see if there's anybody who wants to come in and read the comments for me. I see lots of people. Ooh, Penny Smith is in here? Wow. So I'm going to invite a couple people in here. Nobody, and remember, just because I send an invite doesn't mean that you have to accept, okay? Doesn't mean that at all. All right, let's get to it. This is a big chicken, but I'm not going to eat it all. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to roast half of it for later, and I'm going to cut the other one up into pieces for fried chicken for right now, okay? The later is going to be, I mean, who knows? Once you have a roasted chicken, you can do lots of stuff with it. So we're going to go with the quarter section. You lift it up, and you can see where you cut it easily.
Hi, Kaz.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I can't wait to come over with my bib, my plate, and my spoon.
I'm surprised you came in. This is your vacation.
I know, but you know.
Okay, well, I appreciate you.
Absolutely, no problem. I'm going live today at 5, just FYI, but I got some time to spend and would love to spend it with you. Mark's going to go run an errand, and he's going to come in.
Okay. So, guys, this is special because normally Melissa is the talent on the screen. She's not reading the comments.
You're sure.
So you guys should feel honored.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I feel honored.
Goodness gracious. I just want to prove to everybody I can read.
Okay, so on the on splitting the thigh and the drumstick, they always tell you to look for the fat. There's a fat layer right there, and you follow that, and it should cut right through. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it always works on TV because they can do multiple edits. So we're going to see if it works.
Also key, isn't it, Chef, to have a really sharp knife? And I see you're using a boning knife. I do not have one of those in my arsenal. I need one.
Boning knives are great. It's not that they're that sharp, it's that they're flexible, okay? And because they're flexible, okay, so it was actually pretty close. It was pretty close. Okay, yeah.
I'll eat it.
You'll take it?
Yeah, I'll take it, sir.
Yeah. So you're live day before yesterday or was it last night with the jalapeno?
That was the night on Food Talk, which was Monday night at 6. The spices, right? Those were the fried jalapenos, which I have eaten every single meal. I still have about 10 left. I just had one fresh out of the refrigerator.
Wow.
Love them. I don't care if they're cold. I don't care if they're hot. Just give it to me.
Yeah, those look really good.
Thank you.
So I don't know whether you know, but I'm famous for stealing everybody's recipes because
do it. That's what great cooks do.
So, what?
That's what great cooks do. We learn from others. We take it. We tweak it our own way. That was just my rendition of it. And if you can make it better, that's awesome. And I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, except for I'll steal it. I'll say I did it. So. Okay, so, ooh, the neck. Okay, so let me tell you about the neck. I never eat the neck. I use it for broth. But my mom, there would be nothing left of this. There wouldn't be bones left of this
Right.
with my mom.
Hmm. My mama was the same way. She goes, "Y'all stay away from the neck," and I'm like, "No problem, mama."
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting out the back here.
Hey, y'all, welcome in. Y'all are looking at Kaz. Y'all are watching Kaz, the CEO and founder of Food Talk TV. We're so glad you're here. Tap that screen, show some love. If you're not following Food Talk TV, please consider doing that. We go on a couple of times a day, every day, and we welcome all new members. Mark
Okay.
goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my job, Melissa."
Okay, so these are the gizzards. This is the liver and the lungs, okay? And this right here would be good for dirty rice. I've made this for you before on Food Talk TV, and I'll probably make it again. I don't like these pieces, but in dirty rice, I love it. I can eat it up. I really can. So it's funny how something you can really just detest, but if it's prepared a way that you've had it through your childhood, it's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not something I would seek out, but I mean, I've seen my dad love chicken gizzards, all that stuff. I'm like, "Daddy, oh," he goes, "Honey, it's just, it's an acquired taste. It's delicious. The animal is totally delicious."
Yes. Okay. So now I don't need the boning knife right away. I'll use it again when I get to the breast, but I'm going to cut this thing in half. So
Thank y'all for your support. It's so fun to watch somebody that is a chef that is actually showing a chicken. I grew up where my mama would have me pick out a chicken and she'd go out and wring its neck and we'd eat it that day.
yeah,
So
I'm just short of that right now. Just short of it.
yeah, I still can't cut a chicken well. I try, I want to, but now they're getting used to, you could get them for nothing, and now they just almost as expensive.
Well, this one costs $10, $9.53. So,
I remember in the day, two chickens, $4.50. I was like, oh heck yeah, I'm gonna feed that's at least 10 meals.
yes, exactly. Okay, so I've got half of it here. Now, my late wife also would cut out what she called the tail piece.
Hmm.
And I have a video up on one of my old YouTube channels of her doing it. I have to go to that YouTube channel every time. Okay, I'm going to save this one. This one is going to go in the oven, and I'm going to do that live on this one too. But I can't eat an entire chicken all in one setting, so this is what I'm going to do. This one is going to get roasted. So I'm going to put this off to the side in the sink.
I did invite myself, Cass, and told you I was coming with my bib, a plate, and a spoon, so
I
you
saw
might want
that.
to try it.
I saw that. I saw that. There'll be plenty here for you, girl. Plenty here. Plenty here. All right. So back to the boning knife and back to. I hear you type. I hear you tapping, girl.
I'm sorry. How do I fix that?
That's okay. I'm glad you're You're tapping. That's nice of you.
I'm going to try to be much more gentle at tapping.
Okay. All right. Let's get this. Now I'm gonna. You were dealing the other night with huge chicken breasts. This is a pretty big breast.
It
Okay.
is.
And I know at one point you called it a turkey breast, but when I was watching you, I thought it was a turkey breast. That's how big it was.
I know. They're huge. I mean, that's a triple D easy.
Okay, so I'm gonna really. This is where the boning knife is actually going to come out. I'm going to cut around the ribs and get these bones out. The actual part of the breastbone is on the other side of the chicken. So
Okay.
what you're doing with the boning knife is You're just making tiny cuts and trying to stay close to the bone. Try not to lose any meat. So who do we have in here today?
Oh my goodness. Maria Mall she's been helping me mod it up in here. She is calling people out, saying hello to everybody. We have Laura in here. We have Maria in here. We have Mississippi meets Georgia in here. We have Penny Smith. It's a good crew. We got 22 Jenny. We are so glad y'all are here. Mr. Crown Royal. Yay. I'm so glad y'all are here. Look at this. Great. You've got 78 people in here. Y'all tap. Y'all follow Food Talk TV if you're not. And you are watching Chef Kaz, the CEO and founder of Food Talk TV.
Oh, Mississippi Meets Georgia is here.
Yes.
She is the manager of one of our other businesses here on Food Talk. She's the manager of the FTTV Shop Partners for TikTok Shop.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she manages about 100 creators on her side as well.
That's amazing. People are calling in their order for their chicken.
Okay, so this right here is now the boneless breast. Can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes, absolutely. No problem.
Okay, because I see someone is trying to call me on Messenger, one of our Food Talk people, who probably hasn't realized that I'm live. Let me go ahead and hang up. Awesome. Okay, so anyway, this is boneless except for one bone. It's the drumette that was attached to it, but otherwise it's completely boneless. This is called an airline breast.
Ooh.
The reason why it's called an airline breast, I think it was invented by a cook that worked for American Airlines back in the 50s, so that when they served dinner and they served chicken, people could have something to hold on to the chicken with.
Perfect.
An airline breast.
That's interesting. Hey, Tay Marie, welcome in. Lakevius Walker. Tay Marie, welcome in. We're so glad you're here today.
So, also part of the breast here is a chicken tender. And the chicken tenders just pull out.
Wow.
You just pull out. A lot of people think that a chicken tender is just a chicken breast cut up into pieces. No, it's an actual piece of the chicken.
So that, Kaz, is that actually just its own muscle within the breast? That's how it's separated so easily.
Exactly.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so with this chicken breast, it's still way too big, so it's going to cut up, and we're going to cut it up in half. Okay, so from the chicken breast, we have a chicken tender, and we are going to have a fillet.
Perfect. Welcome in, King ZY. Glad to have you, sir. Welcome in. Kaz is showing us how to butcher or debone a chicken and make several different cuts, and it's very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Okay. So we've got it done. I'm going to show you the difference between what goes for broth and what goes for what we're actually eating today. So one chicken and one half of a chicken. And let me dry my hands. I'm going to bring the camera over and we can review what I've done before we start to bread this stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people wash their chicken. A lot of people wear gloves when they handle chicken. In my kitchen, I'll handle chicken with gloves sometimes, and not in other times without gloves. But there's always soap and water.
Yes, there's always soap and water. There's always soap and water. Okay, so let me show you what we've got here. This is thigh. This is the flat from a wing, okay?
Yum.
The drum is still attached to the airline breast. We have a leg. We have the fillet from the breast, and we have a chicken tender. Okay, this is 6 pieces out of a half piece chicken or a half chicken. There's also the back. This is all going to be roasted for broth. The neck, another part of the rib cage, and this was just random fat. And then we have all the giblets. All this stuff just needs to be roasted for about half an hour and then put in a broth pot. Mm-hmm. But before that, if you're not going to be making broth right away, just put it in a Ziploc bag. Yep. And throw it in the freezer.
That's what I do. I save a lot of it up and do it all at once. Hey, we've got a great gifter in here, Robert Starsman. Thank you so much for your gifts, Mr. Crown Royal. Lighten it up. We appreciate you. Welcome into Food Talk TV. This is Cass, the founder and CEO of Food Talk TV, and he's making some fried chicken, biscuits, and gravy.
Okay, so this is going to go in the freezer, and I can tell you that it won't stay in my freezer for too long. For a while there, before I was really used to cooking for myself, I would do this, put it in the freezer, and 6 months later, it would go in the garbage out of the freezer because I forgot about it. But now that I'm used to cooking for myself now, probably within a couple days, this will go right into the oven, and I'll have broth a couple hours later.
Perfect. Absolutely. One of the things I do in my freezer is I go, okay, this is what I'm going to use first. This is what I'm going to use second. And I organize my freezer that way.
You know, I think that's great. When you're cooking in a restaurant, you learn the first in, first out principle. Mm-hmm. But when you're at home, yep, you don't really think that way for the most part. At least I don't. It's like when. But that's the way you're supposed to think. That's the way you don't waste food. You plan your menus. And honestly, I haven't been the best at that. Do I know how to do it? Yes. Of course I do.
We're FIFO masters.
Yes. Okay, so I don't need any of these knives anymore. I'm using 2 recipes that call for self-rising flour. Oh. So I'm using one recipe that calls for self-rising flour. Instead of getting 2 different flours out, I'm going to use self-rising flour on this. Now that's not part of the recipe, but a little salt and a little baking powder is not going to hurt frying this. So there's no reason for me to use 2 different types of flour. So this is all self-rising flour. I'm going to make a Cathead biscuit. Melissa, do you know what a Cathead biscuit is?
I do. My cats just ran out of the room.
Different Cathead.
Yes, I love biscuits. I love the big biscuits, like a palm full of biscuit.
So I'm going to make one big biscuit. It's going to be about 5 inches. This is a little more than half a cup of flour. So I'm just going to set this aside and use the rest of the flour for this. Okay.
And the gravy.
And gravy. You're not going to let me forget that, are you?
No. That's the spoon and the bib.
You guys, that's exactly what she sent me in a private message. Is that she's going to have her bib and a spoon. So. All right, so I need to dry the chicken off. Because we're actually going to get it wet with other stuff. So let's get some of this, and we'll actually get it wetter with some flavor.
Cass, what is and this is just, since you're chef, just out of my curiosity, what is your view on washing chicken? I don't find it necessary. If I pull it out of the pack and I think, oh, you're feeling a little slimy, then I may give it a rinse. But I don't really know about washing it. I see a lot of people actually wash their chicken with soap and water.
I know, right? Or vinegar and lemon. I've seen
Yes,
that.
and lemon. Now that
Yeah.
might be kind of tasty, but I mean, I've just not gone there.
No. Okay, so uh, as a restaurant professional, you learn that it's a bad thing because what it does is it spreads salmonella. If there's salmonella, it spreads it all over your kitchen, and you should depend on cooking it correctly. But I did a video. I've got a video up on my TikTok, which is cooking with Kaz, guys, where I pulled out a chicken uh, from the store, and of course I don't normally wash, but it had all kinds of garbage and the nice word is crap inside of it.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It was really terrible. It was really terrible. So now I inspect my chickens.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
the water looked good on the chicken. The juices and everything looked really good. Hey, we have a question. We have Sasha Hurtado 502. Do you use baking powder to make it crispier?
Actually, I do not. I do not. Um, Baking powder will actually make it browner, but it won't make it crispier. Um, uh, I'm using the baking powder just because it happens to be in the in the flour. That's the only reason why I'm using it right now.
Thank y'all for your questions. Please keep your questions up. Chef will be happy to answer.
I am happy to. Okay, so let's go ahead and I've got the chicken dry. It's a little tacky, which is just fine. I could use any seasonings I want, salt and pepper. Um, what I do, and not everyone agrees with me, but what I do is I always season my chicken and not necessarily the flour. Sometimes I will season the flour, and I'm going to put some flour in or put some seasoning in the flour because I'm going to be making gravy with some of the flour that I've already taken out. But uh, what I have, what I've come to experience, not everyone's experience, but if you put a lot of seasoning in the flour, some of that is going to burn.
Right.
It's just going to burn off. Okay, season your chicken, and that's actually the secret to Popeyes. If you like Popeyes or if you ever tasted Popeyes, when you bite through the crust, that you're going to see the seasoning all over the chicken.
Right.
So that's
Hey,
what I do.
Ralph, let's ask Chef. Chef Ralph wants to know, he says, is it okay to rinse the chicken with just water?
Sure, of course.
Funny story. First time I made a turkey for my family, my first marriage, I married into a New Yorker family that made stuffing. I'm from the South. We make dressing that cooks alongside of the turkey, not inside of the turkey. So I was left and responsible for making the turkey. So I washed it with soap and water, got it all good, and set it up. I didn't know that there was a bag in there. Then
Oh,
I stuffed the turkey in the neck, and they're like, why is all this stuffing all around it? And I'm like, whoa, I'm not going to stick it up there. And I had no idea. It's just a true Southern story, guys. I just didn't know.
guys, I think we've all been there about the bag and the stuffing. When we were young, how old were you? About was that like three
I
weeks
was
ago?
19. I was 19. But I'm also the same person that washed dishes in the dishwasher when I got married at the age of 19. I said, I do not need dishwashing soap. I have Dawn over here. And so I just poured that in the cup. I came home from the library from study and I went to Texas Tech and my whole apartment was flooded with suds.
That's an awesome story.
Well, it's
That's an awesome
unfortunately
story.
the truth. I also didn't know that it took less than 1 pound of flour to make gravy.
Well,
Sorry, I'm
but
sorry.
you do need that much to make bricks, though. You
Yes, you
you,
do.
you
Oh,
actually
oh,
do need that to make masonry bricks.
you know what? My husband and our roommate at the time, because we couldn't afford to live on our own because we were college students, they went outside and started playing hockey with the gravy. And I was like, okay, see if I cook anything for y'all other than popcorn.
Okay, let's see. We need. I've got some oil over here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about up to 320 degrees. It needs to be at 330. The reason why I know that is because I've got a thermometer over here.
That's awesome.
So let's go ahead and bring that up a little bit.
That's awesome. Hey, Monica, welcome in. Monica's here. Michael Perez is here. Oh, welcome in, guys. Patty's here. Thank you, guys. Come on
Hey
in. That's
guys, thank
excellent. Hi,
you.
Marina. Come on in.
And share the live. Bring your friends in. Bring the
Y'all,
people that you don't like in
Cass
too.
said
I
the
don't
best
care.
thing I've ever heard. He goes, you know what? Y'all share the live with the top 10 people, the first 10 people that come on your TikTok. Please do that. Please do it. And if you're not following Food Talk TV, please do. This is the CEO and founder of Food Talk TV. He is a classically trained chef. We do run 2 shows a day, 7 days a week, and we are delighted, always adding new creators. He can address that later, but we are so honored to be part of this family. Y'all come in and share the fun.
Okay, so we're gonna get started with this chicken here. It's at hey, finally made it to 3:30. Let me go ahead and get this. I'm gonna show you the breading for half, and then I'll put the camera on the pot for the other half. Okay.
Yay. Hey, Ladi, welcome in. Welcome in. Marina Newton says, I've always been told not to wash your chicken due to spreading it all over your sink and backsplash and etc.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Okay, so we're gonna dip the chicken first in flour. Remember the flour is not seasoned. You can season flour if you want. It's fine. Okay, but the chicken is seasoned. Chicken's very well seasoned. Okay. Next, it's gonna go into the egg wash. Oops, it's very clear egg wash. It's the kind of egg wash that actually Melissa uses. It's water.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like water. H2O, peeps.
It works. It works.
Yep.
The recipe for this chicken is on the website, FoodtokTV.com. You can search for it. It's called grocery fried chicken, grocery store fried chicken. Because if you go to a grocery store or Kentucky Fried Chicken, they don't use egg wash. They use water.
Costs too much money.
Yes. For no reason whatsoever.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, thank you guys so much for the taps. Look at us go. Let's go. Share this live. Let's go. I'm so proud, everybody. Way to go.
Okay, so this is not going directly in because, and sometimes when you guys watch me, you'll see me put it directly in there. But I want the flour to set up a little bit. So flour, chicken's very well seasoned with Tony Satcherin's.
Chef, we have King ZY asking what type of oil are you using to fry the chicken?
I'm just using canola oil.
Okay, and he's getting it. He wanted it to 330 degrees.
Yes. I'm also using another technique. I'm using a Dutch oven, and I'm going to basically turn it into a pressure fryer. So this will cook a lot quicker. So I'm going to take the lid of the Dutch oven. I'm going to put it on and not check the chicken for 15 minutes.
I actually had bought a pressure fryer, paid hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, and was scared to death when I used it.
Really?
But man, did it make some great fried chicken.
Oh my gosh. You know, we've got a store here called Brookshire's,
Oh, yeah.
and I watch them fry their chicken. They have these nice big pressure fryers, like, well, basically every single grocery store has, and they never put the lid on. So they don't use them the way that they're intended.
Right.
But, and, you know, their chicken comes out great. Of course it does. But what I would give to have a pressure fryer.
I had one, but I'll tell you what, Kaz, when you hear that noise, and you know what's happening, let me tell you something. It does freak you out just a teeny tiny bit.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it does. Okay, we have a question here. Ladi says, what type of stove are you using?
Okay, I'm using an induction cooker, and I will show it to you in just a second. You know, it's funny. Probably about half of us on Food Talk TV use induction now.
No, yes, absolutely. Guadua, welcome in, ma'am. So glad you're here.
They're just convenient, you know?
They are convenient. They're quick. They're ready to work.
Andrea has one. She's tried to use it twice on live without practicing. And, of course, you know, there are controls on it. I think that Taylor's looks like it's going to fly to the moon. It has so many different controls on it.
I am so excited for this chicken, but I'm most excited for the gravy.
The gravy is coming up, guys.
The gravy is the bomb spanker.
Okay, so of course I used the wet hand method.
Yeah. Both hands in.
Yes. Okay, so tell them about Food Talk for a minute while I wash my hands, please.
Absolutely. Guys, how many people fry chicken? And, you know, I try to do this wet hand, dry hand with whether I'm frying pork chops, whether I'm frying chicken or jalapenos. Y'all saw that Monday night, perhaps. It just doesn't work for me. I'm all in. If it's not sloppy, it ain't good. So I just try. So what I call those are my flour mittens. So excuse me while I wash my flour mittens. He is washing his flour mittens. I guarantee you're going to see some great crispy chicken right now.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, you're back already. I was just warming up.
Oh. Okay.
No, Cass, I'm just joking.
Okay, so this the chicken is going to go in. This maybe, I don't know. We've got 2 pieces with bones. The rest is boneless. I will probably put it in stages. So let's go ahead and put the bones in first.
Hey, Cass, we got 306 viewers in here right now.
Well, hi there.
Hey guys, this is Food Talk TV, and this is the CEO and creator right there. That's Mr. Kaz. He is in charge, and let me tell you, he is making some fried chicken. He's making some Cathead biscuits, and most importantly, he will be making gravy. Y'all come in and follow for some
I like that. Most important, he'll be making gravy. I love that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so lid goes on. Normally I would, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and crowd the pan. No, I'm not. Okay. So that's it for that.
Yeah, don't get pressured into crowding the pan. Not everybody can get into the jacuzzi at the same time.
That's right. Not everybody can. Not everybody can. Okay, so I need to just turn that heat up. You know what? I think I'm going to actually move the pan over to my stove so that I have some room to do other things, okay?
You know what I love about the induction, though, and not mine, let me tell you, not mine that I use, guys, but on Kaz's, you can set it for that temperature, and it's going to hold that grease at that temperature. Mine doesn't unless I pull out an app on my phone, which I'm like, am I going to do that with my chicken mittens? No.
Exactly. Same thing. But, you know, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to move this over to my stove so that I have some room to work with.
Hey, For Love and Peace, welcome in. You use a nonstick electric skillet. That's absolutely perfect. That's how my mom made it. It was
yes, I have an electric skillet. We do something called Cooking Club here on Food Talk TV, and everyone has the exact same electric skillet.
What, is it a West End? What is it? That's what I have. I mean, mine's old school. All right, who is this? Oh, Desert Girl says, "What chicken seasoning did you use in the flour?" He didn't season the flour, but what chicken did seasoning did you use on the chicken, sir?
I use Tony Saturn's. It's got salt, red pepper, black pepper, and then it has various seasonings like garlic and like that.
Awesome. It's just kind of an all-in-one kick.
Yes. Okay, so this is my induction cooker. It's a double-sided, so that I can do more than one thing at a time. I do have another one at that's single. Most of my pots and pans actually work on this. If you don't know whether your pots and pans will work on it, all you have to do is go to your refrigerator, find something that's stuck to it, that has a magnet. If it sticks to the pan, it will work on induction.
Exactly. And if it doesn't, you can buy a diffuser that will make that happen.
I want one of those.
I showed one. It was less than $30, and I can use my beautiful Vision cookware that I want to use, my Corning. Let me tell you something. There's always a workaround, guys. There's always a workaround. Yes, cast iron skillet, definitely. That's what I use on my induction all the time.
Okay, so let's go back to the chicken, to the other half of the chicken. And I'm going to use the same seasoning, Tony Saturn's. Satcheries? Is it Satchery? There's a 10-second cooking school on this. We already have a 10-second cooking school on this for roasted chicken, okay? You take, instead of sprinkling it on, you take your seasoning, whatever your preferred seasoning is, it doesn't matter, even if it's salt and pepper, okay? You make a paste out of it with olive oil.
Exactly. You don't add flour, guys, to the paste.
No. Now the olive oil will make it stick on the, will make all the seasoning stick, and it'll help crisp up your skin.
Beautiful. You're teaching people, Cass. People are saying, "Oh, yes, they're understanding. Thank you."
Well, good. That's what Food Talk TV is all about. We're about community and helping people. You know, sometimes our meals are fancy, and sometimes they're fried chicken and gravy. Okay?
I'd rather sit down to fried chicken and gravy than the most fanciest of meals.
Now on the breast, you do want to get under the skin. It's okay to pull it apart. It'll lay back down and it'll affix.
Excellent. Guys, thank you. 289 people in here, Kaz. If you guys aren't following Food Talk TV, please do. You're looking at the CEO of Food Talk TV cooking up some fried chicken. He's going to make some Cathead biscuits and some gravy for us. Y'all don't get the gravy, just I do.
You guys, we have a website that has our recipes on there. I think the latest recipe is by The Spice is Right. Tell them about The Spice is Right.
The Spice is Right is a wonderful show by just two really amazing people. They're very kind. They just really want kindness and electricity and positivity in their life, and they just have the best time cooking up food and interacting with the community. If you guys don't know about them, you should check them out on Monday nights at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. When you go into Food Talk TV, you look at their schedule. All the times are Central Standard Time because the CEO, Cass himself, the chef today, lives Central Standard Time. So you guys check out the Spices Right. I highly, highly recommend them.
That's a good commercial. Boy, they're really gonna the people on Spices Right is really gonna love that when they hear that one.
I'm for hire. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. I'm serious though. Come on to Food Talk TV. We got some great creators, 7 days a week, 2 times a day. We got live. Everybody enjoys answering questions. It's all about foodies. It's all about community, and it's just about fun. Y'all come and join us, please.
Okay, so I took some foil. I'm not really trying to protect the plate, although or the pan, although I should. But what I'm really trying to do is make some room for some of the oil to drain off of the chicken as it goes.
Hey, Michael Perez. I'm well. Thank you so much for asking, sir. I hope you're doing well today. We appreciate you being here and your time.
If you have you guys, if you have any questions, just type them in. Type them in.
Type them in. I will
We're
read
to help.
them.
Actually, Melissa knows a lot. She can probably answer these questions without even asking me. So.
Oh, no, sir. I like to listen to what your wisdom is. I am just a home chef. I'll tell you what. Chef is used very loosely for me.
Okay, so I'm going to put a thermometer in this so that I'll know when it's done.
No, he's roasting that piece. He is frying half of the chicken and he's roasting the other half. Kaz is cooking for himself, and then he's making the gravy for me.
For you. All right, so this is going in the oven for later. You can do so many things with a roasted chicken. You know, I think the entire last generation has grown up on roasted chicken one way or the other. So, so I don't have any specific plans for this, but it's going to be cooked.
Y'all can do it on your own, guys. I mean, Costco does it, Sam's does it, HEB does it in Texas, Kroger does it. All these other Price Chop or wherever you live, they all do rotisseries. But guys, I'm telling you straight up, there's nothing like a home cooked chicken. Sorry.
Okay. True. So these 3 boneless pieces are going to go into the other chicken now because the ones with the bones take longer. So now once this goes in, we're going to set a timer for 9 minutes. Okay?
Got it. Do you need me to set that timer, Kaz? You got it.
That's if I can find an oven mitt to pick up this top. Here we go.
Alexa, set a 9-minute timer.
Yes, thank you.
I really much prefer to eat chicken off of a bone. I honestly do. I just think it gives such great flavor. I really do. Mark, on the other hand, he likes chicken that doesn't have bones. But however, if he goes through Popeyes or if he goes through a Golden Chick or Chicken Express, what does he order? He orders 2 breasts on the bone. But he wants me to cook boneless, skinless.
Okay, so I always cut up my chicken so that they're boneless pieces, just because of what you just mentioned. There are people who don't like chicken on the bone. I'm not a person who's ever understood that so much, but yeah, there are lots of people who don't like it. So I always make sure that that the chicken that I make, especially if I'm cutting it up, it's just too easy to cut out the bones. So why?
Yeah, exactly. What yeah. Maria said Maria Malls shared that she has never noticed my slight Southern accent before.
Somebody said something about your accent on your show the other night, right?
I don't know. I don't see it. Mark kind of filters it. I'm just trying to do my job. I don't know.
Okay, so this is a drop biscuit. That's what it's technically called, a drop biscuit.
I
Okay.
have that bowl, so we know it's going to be good.
Oh, you've got this?
Mm-hmm. And the lid.
And the lid. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. So, the three things we need: some self-rising flour. We need a bowl. We need some cream. Where am I going to find some cream?
In the refrigerator.
Let's look there.
Y'all, thank you. Welcome in. You are watching Food Talk TV. Welcome in. We're so excited that you're here. This is Kaz, the CEO and founder of Food Talk TV. You have found a great channel of foodies.
Okay, so this self-rising flour. Self-rising flour is not an amazingly secret ingredient. It's salt, flour, and baking powder. Biscuit, though, has made $1 billion. $1 billion.
Kabillion. It's a kabillion.
And I'm not hating on them, but I wish I had thought of it first. How about that?
Yep, I understand.
Okay, so this is about a little bit more than a half cup of flour.
Thanks, Maria. We're up to 15,000 likes. Maria Mall just showed everybody. Thank you, Maria, for helping me. Thank you.
Okay. So we are just going to make a doughy mess. That's it. I'm not joking. That's what we're going for. It's just a sticky dough. And I believe this is just the right consistency.
I believe that is going to be a good cat head.
Okay. But I want to make it a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger.
He's not talking about you guys. Don't worry.
And we're going to go that way.
It's a term of endearment, I told my cats. I told Mark
Right.
we were going to have Cathead biscuits and gravy. He's like, and the cats, I'm like, guys, it's a term of endearment.
Yes, it's a tribute. It's a tribute.
Your head is just so perfect with your little pointy ears.
Okay. This is probably big enough.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, Michael, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a mashed potato consistency.
Yes.
Good one, sir. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for pointing that out. That's exactly what I look for.
Now this is a drop biscuit. Of course, if you're doing biscuits other ways, and there's a few other ways, and we show them all on Food Talk TV, just depending on what day or night you come in to watch.
Yep, 7 days a week, guys, 2 times a day at least. We're adding new creators all the time. Just send in a video to Food Talk TV if you're interested. Kaz will review it with his office staff, and they will get back with you.
Okay, so this is going to go in the oven. I've got the chicken in the oven at 375. So a biscuit you would generally go higher, but I'm just going to go longer on this one.
Things don't have to be set in stone, guys. That's the thing people don't understand. And that's really the thing that really scared me about baking. Everybody was like, oh, it's got to be a teaspoon of that, a tablespoon of this. Oh, level it out. I'm like, I don't know. Mama's going to sprinkle to when she doesn't think she needs to sprinkle anymore. But there are some things you got to be careful with.
You know what? Okay. Here, I'm going to face the camera because I want to say this to everybody. Someone made famous this saying a long time ago that cooking is an art and baking is a science, and that scared so many people from baking.
Scared the crap out of me.
It is not that. Okay, yes, there's some scientific things that happen in baking, but if you're trying to get something to rise, you use a leavener. Okay,
Right.
doesn't matter if you use 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of baking powder? No, not really. Not really. Okay. You just need enough to make those bubbles. And you don't want to put stuff in there that's going to make too much stuff that's going to make it taste bad or put the flavors off. But it's not that hard. There's a great book that every culinary student pretty much is required to buy. It's called Ratios. And over the years, I've had 10 copies. I've given them out to members of FoodtokTV. I've given them out to members or just to friends and family friends. It says find the container that you want, right? And you start off with that container. We don't know how much is in this or how much this will hold, but then your main ingredient, if it's flour, the next ingredient is going to be half of this, and the next ingredient is going to be a third of this. It's all by eyesight. And that's what really good cooks do, is they just go by what by the ratios that they know. Mm-hmm. So it's not scary. It's not scary. On this show, on this particular show, Party of Two, I've shown people how to make quick breads like banana bread, zucchini bread, and how to make muffins. Not a single measuring device. Not a single measuring device.
You're talking my language.
Yeah, it always comes out good because once you know, I mean, do you think your grandmas had? Do you think they had scales?
Mm-mm.
No, they knew how much went into it. They knew they put enough sugar in it because it looked right.
Right.
It's not. Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in, Kelly. This is Kaz. He is the creator and CEO of Food Talk TV. Kelly is a great supporter of foodies, Kaz.
All right. Oh, how much time on the timer?
Alexa, how much time's left? Okay. What? She said there's no timer set. It just went off the same time I said that.
Okay, well then let's take a look.
Alexa, stop. You failed me again.
Okay, so we haven't looked at this at all, so it could be completely burnt.
Oh, I doubt it. Don't be messing up my gravy. Oh, perfection.
This is just the right color.
Look at that. Guys, as long as I've cooked, I paid I don't even want to say it, but I'm talking 3 Benjamins for a pressure cooker fryer. And Cass just taught me how to do this with about a $60 great cast iron enamel Dutch oven. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to see what the temperature is on some of this. Yeah. Frying chicken should take about 20-25 minutes. This has been, we started in 15 minutes and then when it went to 9 minutes, we set a timer at 9 minutes, but let's see what we got here.
Oh my gosh.
This is...
Oh my gosh, crunchy, crunchy, McCrunch crunch.
Okay, so...
What is that, the thigh cast?
The thigh, and it is 210 degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to fall off the bone.
It is going to fall off that femur.
There. And check out the color. It's not burnt.
Look at Cass teasing me. Look at him teasing me. Rude.
And let's see, I don't know whether you guys can actually see.
205.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now this is pressure cooker technique. I made a pressure fryer.
Guys, he made a pressure fryer. This ding dong football right here, me, that was lucky to get called into the food box, I bought a fryer. Yep, he got this oil, the canola oil up to 330. He put the lid on it and he stuck it and cooked it.
So
And I
this
spent
is
all this
15
money.
minutes. This took 15 minutes.
Gorgeous.
Let's go ahead and check the airline breast. I mean, this is a big piece of meat, okay?
I love that. I've never heard of an airline breast before. You have taught me so much.
There is no bone in this except for the drumette, which is right here.
Yeah, Mark wants me to do this going forward. For real.
Okay, this is 183.
That's done.
And of course, 205.
All right, question. Does the thermometer need to touch the bone or no?
Oh, no, you shouldn't. The bone is going to be hotter. So it'll
There you go,
fool you.
guys. You don't have to touch the bone, just go into the muscle.
Okay, so the last three pieces that I put in, I can tell you right now that they're done, but I don't like the color. I just don't like the color. There's no bone in there. They're smaller, but I want them to be
Darker.
darker.
Gotcha.
So they're going to go back
Save
on the
all that
stove.
grease, Cass? Are you going to save all that grease? Because I would save all that grease and make chicken gravy all day, every day to eat with a spoon and a bowl.
Okay, so my grease gets poured through a coffee filter back into the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I use it about 4 or 5 times.
Perfect. Same.
And if you can give me another 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm going.
Yeah, somebody said Sandra May 555 with the American flag 205. Is that overcooked? Question.
No, no, it is not overcooked. The way that this is okay, so this is a sciencey thing. The way that deep frying works is it immediately sears, or it immediately, yeah, I'll just say sear. That's not the right word, but it immediately firms up the proteins and firms up the breading. So the chicken steams.
I would call it encapsulates it. It
Yes.
encapsulates it. That's
Yeah.
how I describe it to people.
So yes, the meat steams, and
Delicious.
unless the breading falls off. Now, if the breading falls off and the oil and the steam escapes completely, it will be overcooked. But no, this chicken is perfect.
Ooh, I'm
This
gonna
chicken is
be there
perfect.
soon. I mean, I'm in the car. We're not that far apart.
That's right. We're not that far apart because gravy is coming up.
Guys, y'all see that chicken? Y'all tap that screen. Let's go. If you're not following Food Talk TV, let's follow Food Talk TV. This is the chef. He is a chef, a CEO. He's got some great creators. And you guys need to just go on and check him out. I mean, it's great content. It's clean. It's wholesome. There's nothing going on. And other than just great food and great conversation, all questions are answered.
Okay, so let's get some butter. Because what do we need that butter for? Need it for the gravy.
We need it, Cass says, for the gravy. I have never added butter to my gravy.
No, really?
You are teaching me a little something right now.
Oh.
I have been making gravy forever, starting with a 1 pound bag.
Wow, really?
Yes, sir. I have not ever used butter in gravy. I have seen it 100 times, but I'll guarantee you I'm going to try it now.
Oh, wait.
Listen,
Well,
if
we
you're
want to hear
doing-
about your gravy.
I make gravy out of my chicken grease.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of
I
course.
make gravy out of my chicken grease, and I get some of those little crumblies in it, and I darken my roux. I don't want it white. I don't want it light brown. I want it brown. And then I add milk.
Okay, so yes, uh, chicken grease for gravy, pork grease for gravy. This is going to be more like a country gravy, and I guess
Okay. So Mark's jumping up and down over here, if you can imagine. He's like, this is what I'm talking about, Melissa. Not everything has to be this brown to dark brown roux that you cook. Well, to me it does, because that's how my mama did it after I chased down a chicken for her. And that's what we did. And Mark's like, country gravy. I love country gravy. Well, it depends on what country you grew up in, you know?
Okay, so I decided that I'm going to put the pot close for you guys, so you can see exactly how it's done. Okay.
Yes, let's go. Is that Trini? What are you doing, Trini? How are you?
Hi,
Welcome in,
Trini.
Trini. Welcome in. Everybody's welcome. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We just love you. Let's go.
All right, so we're going to melt. I'm going to throw in a little flour. Well, not a little flour. We're going to put in just as much flour as we do butter.
I want to know, is that all purpose, sir, or are you using the self-rising that you did your chicken?
This is all purpose. This is all purpose. And I'll tell you just a little secret just between me and you, Melissa.
Shh, yeah, be quiet. Whisper.
Yeah, I didn't buy the self-rising flour. I just made it just before we came on. So.
Got you. Okay, you made it. Got you. That is awesome.
Okay,
hey, Toby Journey, welcome in. Thank you, friend, for coming in. Blue Beagle, Toby's Journey, thank you so much for coming in to the live. This is Food Talk TV's CEO and creator. This is Kaz making some fried chicken, Cathead biscuits, and gravy.
that's pepper.
Got to have pepper in the gravy. You don't have pepper in the gravy, I'm not going to slurp it with a spoon and eat a bib.
Yeah, and the truth is, a lot of people call country gravy or it's sold in packages as black pepper gravy. So, all right. So all you're doing is you're cooking the flour.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
I think I just make mine darker than most.
The actual recipe for a roux is oil and flour. Okay, I'm using butter. Melissa uses
Chicken oil.
Chicken grease, which is awesome.
I'll still eat your gravy with a spoon and a bib.
Well, you know what? If I had shallow fried the chicken, that's probably what I had done. What would I have done? Because there's so much oil in there, it's diluted. You wouldn't really get that chicken flavor.
Oh, yum.
Okay, and this is the final. Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know.
Stop the presses. This is going to the side. Oh my gosh. How am I going to make sausage gravy without making the sausage?
You're making sausage gravy?
I'm making sausage gravy.
Oh man, I thought it was chicken cathead biscuits and gravy. I did not hear the porky poo part of it.
This is just crazy.
I don't care. It's going to be delicious. Hey, welcome in, Chris Moore. Hey, welcome in for love and peace.
That's crazy.
Trina's calling it out right. Cats only on a live. That's what happens. Hey, all chefs and all home cooks forget ingredients. And you know what? That's okay, because we say, hey, stop the presses. This is what I did. Listen, that's what happens. I'm like, don't do what I do what I say.
Okay, so my mom would generally make the chicken and put it in the oven at 200 degrees or 220 while she was doing the rest of the the dinner, and I thought it was to keep it hot. No, it was to make sure it was cooked all the way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Mallory, welcome in. Thank you. Trini,
So,
I did see it. I did see the flour mishap, and that was hilarious. I commented on it. I thought that was awesome. Thanks, Trini. It does look great. Yay! Everybody, welcome in. We've got 104 people on here. Let's tap, tap, tap. Show some love. We're right at 20,000 people. Let's go.
all right. Sausage for the sausage gravy. I cannot believe that I was going to leave out the sausage.
And you're using Italian sausage. Is that
Yes, I am.
Italian
I'm
sausage?
using Italian sausage for a very specific reason. Tonight we have cooking club going on, and on cooking club we're making a recipe um, that calls for Italian sausage.
Will
Now,
I be in the cooking club now that I can see this or not? Because I'm going to be going live here at 5. Will I be in the cooking club?
you can be in the cooking club. All the people that are subscribers are can actually come into a cooking club. All you have to do is ask for the credentials.
Oh my gosh. See, I didn't know that. See, I'm just so busy working. Now I'm off this week, just vacationing. Thank you, Jesus. I love you so much. I'm vacationing this week. And now I'm like going, I can't see this stuff. Mark says, oh, somebody says this or that. And I'm like, I don't see that. So he goes, let's get it. You all set up. Oh, I want to be in the cooking club. That is so exciting. Hey, Maria Mall, thank you. Maria Mall really kicking it up, helping me mod. Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right. So yeah, I would normally use breakfast sausage, but here's a little tip. All you have to do is put a little sage in whatever sausage you have, and you've got breakfast sausage.
All right, so that's just mild. Is that correct? Just
Yes,
mild?
this is mild.
I'm a spicy girl. I
So am
mean, I
I.
guess I had to say that.
Yeah, I'm a spicy girl too. So, but that's not what the recipe calls for tonight. So I'm going with the recipe.
It does not call for spicy girls.
It does not.
Yes, Chris. Yes, thank you.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remake the gravy because there's no reason to use butter if I have sausage grease. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, yeah, that's true. Just like the same thing I feel with the chicken grease. I would be scooping some of that stuff out and be, mm-mm.
But yeah, that's just crazy.
Can you just like, instead of like throw out that butter, Kaz, you can save it, right? Because you can just make a bechamel.
And you're exactly right.
I would make a bechamel, save it. We've got a
Well,
little
what?
cheese going to be going
I'm
on.
not going to throw it away. This because I've got the other chicken in the oops, man overboard. I got the other chicken, the roasted chicken. So I'll make something with it.
Exactly. That's what I say. Listen, Mark will tell you straight up, this girl will not throw away anything because if she would have thrown me years ago.
Okay, I was hoping there was going to be some oil in this, but there isn't.
Oh, hey, welcome in Toby's Journey again. So glad you're here.
Yeah, there's no oil in this, but there's all that brown bits on the bottom. That's fond, and that's going to be awesome.
Mallory just joined the team.
And that sausage is done. That's how quick it is.
Hey, Mallory, thank you so much for joining the team. Welcome into Food Talk TV. You are actually joining in under our creator, our CEO. We're so happy to have you. Welcome in. Hey, Jeanette, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Jeanette's one of our mods. We really appreciate you, Jeanette. Welcome in. Oh, we're doing great, Jeanette. He just taught us all a whole lot of stuff. I mean, I've been taking notes. There are things that I didn't even know being raised in South Texas, slaughtering chickens and stuff that I didn't even know. And I am just so amazed and so blessed to be in this community to learn stuff. We have fried chicken, we have Cathead biscuits, and we are fixing to have some sausage gravy. And Kaz knows I'm fixing to show up at the house with a bib and a spoon.
That's right. Okay, so you guys saw me just do the sausage. This gravy is done. This gravy is done. Look how thick it is.
What are you going to eat?
Okay, so let's check on that biscuit. I wonder if it's burnt.
I told you 9 minutes.
It is not burnt, but we are going to turn up the heat because it should have been at 400. I cooked it longer at a lower temperature.
And hence the reason why I do not like to bake. You took me off the cliff and now I'm back on. That gravy, Trini, come on. Trini, you don't live far from Kaz. I don't live far from Kaz. I'm bringing a bib. We can just clink our spoons and eat the gravy.
This sausage gravy, black pepper. It's got, we have black pepper. I did use butter. I was thinking about not using it, but the sausage did not add any oil. Breakfast sausage would have, and that would have been enough oil.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Trini and I are the same. It's like, Kaz, the chicken looks great. We'll have some of that. We'll have a little bite of biscuit, but Trini and I are all about the gravy.
There we go. You know what? In Texas, I've learned, I didn't know this before I moved to Texas because I'm not from Texas, but I learned when I moved to Texas that gravy is its own food group. I didn't know that.
Yeah, gravy. Yeah, there's a food pyramid and there's a section for gravy.
I had to be taught.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, Nazim, welcome in. Welcome in. This is a diner dreamer, is another name for Nazim. He is a young man that has aspirations of being a cook.
Wow.
And I am so delighted that he's here. Welcome in. This is Kaz. He is the creator of FoodtokTV. Please, we really invite you and we're so glad you're here.
Okay, so let's look at this biscuit. I'm sure it hasn't darkened any, but it's done now.
Well, guys, I grew up in Texas.
That's
beautiful.
Cathead biscuit.
That's a cat head. That's bigger than any head of my cats.
And it grew to the size of the pan.
It did. That's
it grew
gorgeous.
to the size of the pan.
That is gorgeous. So we're just going to smear some gravy on that and put a piece of chicken on that. And yeah, I will use my bib and my spoon.
All right, so let's plate this up.
Hey, Trini, where are you from? Trini said, I agree, Cass. I learned that after I moved to Texas. I'm from Texas. I lived out of Texas for 1 year and 10 months of my life. I'm a Texas girl, and we love our gravy.
Yeah, Trini, where are you from?
Michigan. Oh, that's interesting. You know where I lived when I wasn't in Texas? Chicago, right outside of Chicago in Wheaton. Yep. Worst Mexican food I've ever had in my life.
The worst.
But I had some really dang good pizza.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there's drop biscuit.
Interesting, Trini. That's awesome. What, Maria, what's liver? That's not liver. Marie, that's not liver. That's not liver. That is a Cathead biscuit. This is some homemade sausage gravy. It's going to be topped with a homemade high pressure cooked chicken that he showed us from the pulling the chicken out of the package to deboning it into several pieces. And he used the other half to roast. This has been a learning experience extraordinaire. Guys, if you want to learn top to bottom how to do stuff, please follow Food Talk TV. You'll be glad you did.
Okay. So, let me get a knife and fork. How about that? How about that?
I would just put my face in it like a dog.
Okay, so this is sausage gravy,
Oh, geez.
black pepper sausage gravy. It's sitting on a drop biscuit. In Texas, we call them Cathead biscuits because they're big. They're big, and it's flaky,
Oh my gosh.
and tender.
You're killing me.
Okay.
I told you I was going live at 5. What are you doing making my mouth drool? I'm going to be embarrassed.
Now the chicken cooked for. I showed you guys how to make a pressure fryer out of a Dutch oven, and this cooked for 15 minutes total.
Look at
You
that.
don't even look at it. You just do it.
Oh my gosh. You hear that? That's been sitting there for a few minutes. It's still smoking. Look at that juicy meat.
So somebody asked, well, is it overdone?
No.
Does it look
Nar.
overdone?
Nar.
Does it look overdone? No, it's perfect chicken.
No, sir. It does not look overdone. That looks absolutely perfect. Is it good? Cass, is it good?
That's good.
Yay. And
Now
Cass will tell you straight up. He'll tell you. I saw a video Cass did. He didn't like a recipe that he followed from a big group. And he said, now what you do is throw it in the trash. He did not like it. He will tell you
America's
straight
Test
up.
Kitchen.
It's honest.
America's Test Kitchen, and I'm one of their testers for America's Test Kitchen, and Andrea has done stuff for America's Test Kitchen as well.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I have their cookbooks, but I'm not a taster, but that's absolutely fabulous to know that. But I appreciate that because I'm going to tell you straight up, if I made something, guys, no.
It's gravy. This gravy, and of course, the biscuit is only here for the gravy. That's the only thing that the biscuit is there, is to get the gravy in your mouth.
I just use a spoon for that normally. And a bib.
Okay, guys, I've been on for, oh my God, an hour and a half.
I don't care. It was 100% sheer pleasure. Cass, I thank you so much for inviting me in the box.
I'm so happy that you're here. I just didn't think that you would actually come. Oh, the roasted chicken, the other half of the chicken. Do you want to see it?
Yes, please. Please. That's really exciting. I love that. He cooked half the chicken fried, the other half the chicken roasted. I love it. Come on, guys. What? That's Tony Chachere's and olive oil, guys.
Yep.
Look at that. You guys do not need to go buy rotisserie chickens unless you need it for fast convenience. If you're a home cook, let's do it homemade.
So one chicken costs $9.53. I showed you guys the price on the camera before I took it all out. I made one side, I made 6 pieces of chicken, and the other side is a roasted chicken that I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I have it. Come on, don't go buying rotisserie chicken for whatever when you can cut up your own chicken. If you don't know how to cut up your own chicken, follow Food Talk TV.
Yeah, just rewatch this, guys, because he just showed us how to cut up a chicken from tip to tail, literally. And then on top of this, this man has taught us how to make stock, to pull this other stuff. If you want to make dirty rice, how to use the gizzards and the innards for that. Please, guys, listen, Food Talk TV will teach you from top to bottom. Welcome in. We're so glad you're here. Give us a follow. You'll be glad you did.
Also, I think that Trini is in the house. Trini, if you can type in the next time you go live, let us know. So everybody in here can find out. Watch Trini. Follow her on her channel as well.
That's awesome. Yay. Let's just go. Let's follow each other. We're foodies. Let's just be kind and love each other.
That's right. That's right. Oh, there we go. Sundays at 12. At 12 p.m.
Yay, Trini!
Trini, where are you located anyway?
The big D. The big D. Oh, Toby, thank you. Melissa brings the goods. I love you.
The reason why I'm asking Trini is because a couple people in Dallas, the colony, a couple people in Dallas, I go up there and hold the camera for their shows every once in a while.
Oh, you're so fabulous. You need to come down here to Kyle and hold the camera for us.
You know what? That just might happen.
Oh, my God. It would be my honor, sir.
Okay. All right. That's the end of it. Thank you, everyone. I have to get ready for Cooking Club. We're not making anything like this.
Okay, how do I get into Cooking Club? Please tell me again how we get into Cooking Club.
Cooking Club. All you have to do is be a subscriber, contact us, and we'll send you the Zoom credentials. It's only on Zoom. We give you the ingredients. You actually cook with us.
Oh, golly, that's exciting.
You cook with us. So if you're not interested in that dish, you can come and hang out or not participate that week. But we cook on camera. We help each other. We have one rule. We do not taste the food until it's done. So we do not taste along the way. We trust the process. Sometimes we have great recipes. Sometimes they're not so great, but most of the time they are.
How fun is this?
We all use the same cookbook. I'll show you the cookbook.
Oh my gosh. Guys, are you hearing this? Cooking club, come on. Math club, spelling club, science club. I was in all that. But cooking club's all up my alley.
This is the cookbook we use.
Yay. Yeah. Do we order that cookbook, Cass? How does that work?
Well, actually, I bought this for everyone in Cooking Club. But yeah, you can order it if you want. We decide the recipes a week in advance, and most of the time we will, unless I'm incredibly busy, the recipe will go up on the website the day before. My sister, who's been part of Cooking Club forever, has discovered that these recipes, every single ingredient can be found at Walmart.
Excellent.
Even if it's not a name brand ingredient, it can be found at Walmart.
Excellent. This is so exciting. Thank you. I'm so excited. I will do whatever I have to do to be a part of the Cooking Club.
All right. So that's it. Do you have anything that you like to plug real quick, Melissa, or anything?
I want to plug, thank you for asking me, sir. Follow Food Talk TV. We're privileged to watch our chef, our CEO, the creator of Food Talk TV, Kaz. He is awesome. There are several shows all week long. We try to do, at this point, we're at 2 shows, 7 days a week. Okay. And then there are new creators that if you guys are interested, Kaz, if you could address how to do that. I get questions about that all the time. And there is a particular program that I think is spectacular, and that's on Monday nights at 6 p.m. called The Spice is Right. And I love all shows, but that one in particular really hits home to me.
It's a good show.
Thank you, Kaz.
So I just want to remind everyone, the name of this show is Party of Two. I haven't done it very often because I've been very busy. I'm also on Sunday Night Lives every other week I take turns with Christine. Give us a follow. Go to the website. You can see the schedule, everybody that comes on, and what times they come on. Do you have to be a FTTV subscriber to be in the cooking club? Yes, you do. You have to subscribe to FoodtokTV to be in cooking club.
Great question. Great question.
I do want to remind everyone, the world is full of good people, but if you can't find one, be one.
Be one. Yes, sir. Amen, Cass.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, sir.
It's funny. I've got greasy fingers, so it won't let me turn off.